let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina.
All right.
You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
You still have energy for that, Navia? Paimon's already beat.
Just head back
we
to
just
the
came back
Fluxandra
from prison
and have a
today,
rest
so
then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
that's okay.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone. Traveler, I will go talk to Furina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem? Paimon's getting a little scared now that it's come to this.
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily, which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the present situation.
Alright, we'll leave it in your hands then. You're probably the best person to talk to her anyway.
I will be carefully considering my words tonight.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fluxandra is always open to you, as ever.
Thank you.
So please don't think you're an imposition. All right. I'll be on my way then.
Bye.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Ooh, what is it?
Yay! And there's good food too! Navi, no, the boss is the best.
You did great as well, Paimon.
Paimon's already starting to forget what happened today.
Is that Mona?
Oh, that voice.
Why is Mona here?
I think it is.
Mona!
Huh?
What is she doing here?
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
What are you doing in Fontaine? Is she here for the prophecy?
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for a stroll when I bumped into you. Quite unexpectedly, if I might add.
But anyway, you're not Fontainian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dornman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
Where are your parents from?
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right?
Well, yes, I've been
I
here.
know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
Did you come to Fontaine because of the prophecy, Mona?
That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist.
Oh.
The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of all Tevat.
Yes, because if the water
Ascertaining
rises.
this is akin
You know
to
how high
reading
Fontaine
the
is?
fortune
Higher than
of
most of the
whole
land.
world.
Wait, ascertaining this akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. Yeah, so that's pretty tough, right?
I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
I need to ascertain the accuracy of the prophecy. Could you help me get into touch with your master?
Are you sure? All right.
She's scared of her
I'll
master.
help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Thank you. Also, you said in your story quest, by the way, that you were gonna look for my brother. You never did.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. We agreed to go see Novelette, so let's pack it up and get going.
Yep.
You're here! Finally!
What do you mean, finally?
Is something wrong?
Monsieur Neurvalette and Lady Furina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute. Please go see for yourself.
Oh, am I too early? Because he was gonna tell us after.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
Read that, bitch.
You mean they're all...
Dissolved.
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct. Which is why I came to ask you some questions.
Oh, he just popped up on
There should have been
screen.
4 slates, but one of them was missing.
I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
That's not the same as saying I don't know anything.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
You...
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eunuchs, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead. Just trust in me, you're Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine.
I feel like there's 2 Furinas. Does that make sense? She acts like 2 different people.
That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
Toodles! Why was that in slow-mo? That was weird.
Did Furina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
She seems to be deliberately hiding something. She sure is.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Yeah.
Oh, you noticed. Seems Furina didn't even realize we were here.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage?
I'm afraid questions alone might not suffice? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. We need to make her understand how dire the situation actually is.
Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to. We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Put her on trial.
Oh? Like what?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
You want to put the Hydro Archon on trial? For what?
Furina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can.
This is like a conspiracy theory against your nation's, like, leader, basically. Are you okay with this?
If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass.
I'm sorry, but this seems wrong.
This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this.
In that case, we will help. Wait, we will
But
need
who
help.
will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
Oh, I think I know who to call. On a boat somewhere quiet in Poisson.
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Who is it?
Poisson was just involved in a disaster,
Aye.
so it's presently devoid of people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
No, Furina would not.
Me? No, I don't think I can.
How about you, good sir?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
Oh,
That was a little
Lorinda.
long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway,
We're
to
putting
cut to the
together a
chase,
squad
our friend
again.
here, the
But
traveler,
instead of
has brought us
Sumeru, it's
together to
in
discuss
Fontaine
something.
now.
As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
I can't believe we're trying to trick the freaking Hydro Archon. That's messed up.
Oh, how intriguing.
Liddy.
Well, it's just an
This should be
expression, really.
this is
One that I
definitely
just
illegal.
learned
Are
from
we going to
Poland.
end up in
And
jail?
you?
If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
He's such a gentle soul.
Kind, as always.
Yeah.
However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why's that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often exceedingly thin.
Chlorine's hunting metaphor was just that, a metaphor. You will not call this a hunt, because this is not what you should do at present, nor has the relationship between you and Furina reached such a dire stage. What you need is simply the secrets she is keeping. Attempting to take her secrets is an act of sacrilegious disrespect, but must be done to prevent Fontaine from sinking into the waters as foretold in the prophecy. There is neither hunter nor prey, but there must be a trap. That is what you will need. Alright, so what will the trap be?
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening.
Those meetings sure did make me hungry.
Huh?
Is something wrong?
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
No, I didn't.
Then what's that?
Mona?
Paimon's never seen that cup before.
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea.
Mona's
I
master!
nearly refrained from saying anything till now.
Who's that voice? But there's no one here.
Ah, have you forgotten me already?
Wait, you are familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
Right! The fucking voice we heard! But the Balladeer erased his existence. He changed the world, so why is the vase still broken?
You sound lost and confused.
Who the fuck is that?
I know why you are troubled. You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Who are you and what do you want with us?
Consider me a passerby, just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
So this is not Mona's master, but a friend? The N of the Hexen Circle. Allow me to ask you, will Fontaine's prophecy come true?
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled.
Lovely!
You may view such things as the history of the future.
Did you make those things?
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
No.
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
There it is again. Fates. Can there really be no exceptions?
Ah, so you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall? Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
What is she talking about?
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part. This was good tea, by the way.
Okay.
Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
The voice. It's gone.
Mage N. Is this the clue you're leaving for us? Someone seems to be outside when you wake up.
What? I want to hear someone talking. Alright, coming!
You're getting more diligent, Paimon.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively banter.
Hi, Mona.
Mona!
How have you been these past few days?
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes, it was Charlotte. I assume you've heard of her, no? That daredevil journalist? I'm in full support of her view. Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Actually, someone already came over.
Huh?
Mage M. N.
Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
Yeah. Or at least she came to pass a message to us.
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost. But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... Well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Oh.
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
True. Truing. The words were meant as a helpful hint, but when will we realize their value and meaning? Is that the best answer that my question could have gotten?
Traveler, Paimon, are you two alright?
Just thinking.
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
I see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for and believe in miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone.
No.
If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again.
That's okay.
Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going.
Don't worry about it, Mona. And thank you.
It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little.
Trying to.
I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking.
I can tell.
If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do?
I would head over to Mondstadt.
No, Paimon should ask, if you could choose, what would you like to do?
No, I would hang out. Oh no. I have friends everywhere. Paimon, you can't ask me that. If I could choose, huh? Just like Charlotte said, suddenly trying to consider what to do is pointless.
We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
Until that moment comes, I think I'll keep journeying on.
You mean, still traveling?
Yes, cherishing every single moment that I have to look upon this world.
Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
Exactly. The banter goes back and forth between the two of you as time slips by. As night falls, you return to your accommodations and end this busy day. The next few days are just as calm. Charlotte comes in to find you and conducts the interview in the Spina di Rossullo safe house at the Vleuve Cendré. Navia, having finished her business in Poisson, even drops by to take a photo with the two of you. All goes well. Until the day comes.
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough. But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure.
I'm Isadora.
Oh, right.
Monsieur Nervillat sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide.
So are you under the impression that we might be wanted criminals?
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Let's hear it.
Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
What?
A riot?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Furina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her, loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
Okay, so my guess is this is the plan.
So people have started to put the blame on Furina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Furina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet.
Maybe that isn't part of the plan.
That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
I understand the situation.
Good. Monsieur Nervillat sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry, this is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Ah, is that so? Well, all right then.
Maybe
In
it
that
is
case,
part of the plan.
You two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Bye. Yep, it's part of the plan. Let's get started.
Like we should hurry over to Poisson then.
You sure caught on quickly.
If we know Furina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat.
She is right there. I can see her. Hello, Furina. Are you okay? Oh, this fish fell. Remember that it was like hanging up there? It's like over there now. On the floor. She's probably really upset.
That's Furina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Shh, stay quiet for now.
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless. What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Give up, Furina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry. But what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over?
Furina?
Who's that?
Don't worry, Furina. It's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Furina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
Not her just calling her out for crying like that.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it. Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the arts. They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there!
Oh god.
Quick, after her!
They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they? That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
She's like, bye.
Furina just ran off!
After her!
Quick, we have to catch up with her!
After her! Furina! Go, Paimon, go. Where did he go? Are we hiding? We are. Nice.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Furina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What? What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here!
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
I love her. Just the way she says things is so fun. So theatrical. I love it.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
This place is not what I'd call soundproof, so you might want to lower your voice to stay hidden.
You're right. Yep, that's a good girl.
Paimon? Hey, yo!
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Another disaster just struck, I suspect.
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Novelette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're right. But the people of Poisson, they've already...
Has Furina finally reached her limits? Now that she's talking about her actual feelings, she's starting to look far less stiff. You begin to talk amongst yourself as Furina slowly calms down.
It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years.
I know.
I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me.
What happened to them?
I've tried all kinds of ways too to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, The truth has been clear to me for a very long time.
You can't do anything, is what you think.
We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled.
But even then, you still haven't given up, right?
Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
But that would also mean that all hope would disappear.
Indeed. I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late.
True.
Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end.
She sounds like herself right now. If that makes sense.
That's enough for now. I got the
there she went again.
To play the stricken maiden. But honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all. Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
We're running out of time. We can't just go back to square one like this. I have more information that I need to get out of her. Furina, you might not have to shoulder this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Share my burden.
So you do have a burden.
That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here.
Well, I'm not from here. I feel like I do belong here.
And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case...
There's no time left. Please, Furina, just spit it out. What is it? Oh no. Liddy! Liddy's on stage. Why didn't we wait until she said it? Why didn't we wait?
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
The shaking wasn't another... I love that.
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am Focalor, the god of justice, the embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god?
Damn.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
I knew it. I knew it.
Believe it. She just surrendered.
She can't fight that well. For some reason.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Yeah.
Wow. How utterly humiliating.
It's a bit weird.
Lady Furina, What is the meaning of this?
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
Looking for excuses again, huh?
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes. You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Furina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice! This time, I will protect you.
Okay.
Applaud and rejoice. One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now unfolding before your eyes. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Focalor, will now begin!
Woohoo! Yeah, let's go. He's so done with her.
I feel like Furina just took over the whole thing. Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes? Also,
She's really good
even
at
though
this.
she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
All right, then.
I don't know.
Who will be my opponent in this trial?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Hi. Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that so?
Oh, I'm
Very
so
well.
sorry.
Then please speak, witness of Tivat, my accuser and fated opponent.
We were so close to getting her to tell us the truth, and it still turned out like this in the end. Why didn't we just wait a little bit longer? I don't understand. Like, she would have confessed if nothing else had happened. It's okay though, as long as we can defeat Furina in court, we'll still have a chance to figure everything out. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad, like that makes no sense at all to me. We could have just waited!